Hello everyone, welcome to Man Manga Boy. Man Manga Boy read his manga this week. Man Manga Boy need to read manga or else his numbers don't add up. And the police come and, my house burns down. And if I don't read 12, I feel really bad about that. And I don't want that to happen. Yeah, I'm under arrest. So please, if you like today's video, like, comment, and, share it about. If you really like it, you could even subscribe, actually. Or if you like any of these series that I talk about here, you could even use my affiliate link down below to buy them off of Right Stuff. Wowee. What a trip. You guys are so lucky. So I actually already started recording this, realized I wasn't recording on my camera. So that was excellent job by me. So we have Alice in Borderland Volume 2. I really like the way that this is going. Our main character here, despite what you would think in the title here, is not Alice, and they are not in Borderlands by 2K Games. Actually, no. It is the near future, and they have to collect cards to survive. If they don't collect these cards, their visas run out, and if their visas run out, then they die. I don't know why or how, but they do. And these games are murder games for the most part. Typically, somebody dies in them, and you get a card after you beat it. Each game is separated to different categories depending on the suit. Club, spade, blah, 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 and then the number. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And apparently there are also phase cards, but nobody's seen them yet. You need to get a full deck in order to leave, apparently, but hard to know what will really happen. But yeah, our main character is named Ryohei Arusu, which is very close to Arush, but yeah, hard to say. So I did enjoy this volume quite a lot. Very, very lot of funs. We get to figure out what the girl did with her last group of friends. We get to figure out what happened to his current group of friends. And we also get to see the beach and the Mad Hatter and see what they're up to. And the beach is very interesting. So I'm very much enjoying where this series is going. Strongly recommend reading this series if you're not reading it. It does have a not American, I think it's Korean drama. Maybe it's just Japanese, I don't know. Everything's a K-drama these days to me. I can't keep up. But yeah, so I definitely want to watch this. Reading it more and more is making me want to watch it more and more. So maybe I'll watch it with my wife. Who knows if I can convince her to do that. How her mind works sometimes, it just is a mystery to me. We also have Orient, Volume 7. Orient follows Musashi, Kojiro, and Hattori as they travel across the lands. This is Kanatsedo Nawa. He's on the Usagi band. So our main characters are finding themselves at the Usagi band, and they're trying to stop this big demon lord called Orochi. A lot of people stopped reading this, but by the same creator who as Manga, excuse me. And I really have been enjoying this series quite a lot. It started off pretty darn slow, I gotta say, but it has picked up pretty quick to around volume 4 or 5. But since it's picked up, it's been really interesting. We find out that blade linking exists, and so you can link your souls or blades to your allies. And if you do that, they get more powerful. But if you do it to the kid who has the obsidian goddess, you explode into black crystals, apparently. So it's cool to see why our main character is so weak, is because he doesn't link with anybody. So that'll be an interesting little power jump, I'm assuming, coming up soon. We also have the Obsidian 8, 3 of them anyways, right here. And they are running train on the entire Usagi or Usagi, I don't know how you say their name, band. It is like not even close. And the Usagi are supposed to be one of the strongest bands around. So for them to go absolutely ham on them really, really was cool. We get to see some demon lord offspring / human / demon things. They were pretty cool. We get to see some really cool powers from the Obsidian 8 as well. And we get a final plan of attack against the Yamato Orochi. However, let's just say things don't go as planned, and then they don't go as planned, and then they don't go as planned again. It was quite the traitorisms, back-to-back betrayals. Really enjoyed it. Orochi is really cool too. You can see him blasting away there. Very exciting series. Can't wait for the next ones to figure out what happens to Orochi. Bofuri, I don't want to get hurt, so I'll max my defense. Don't we all? So she becomes an angel, obviously. Look at the cover. Pretty cool, I suppose, but does Maple really need to become more OP at this point? She learns how to make her turtle gigantic and spew poison at the same time, which is just absurd. She gets this ability to turn into a wool ball, and if she does that, she can dye herself with poison. And if she does dye herself with poison, then nobody can touch her. She gets eaten by a demon, and then she eats her way out. It's just an absurd manga. But it's very fun, very cutesy, lighthearted stuff. No real huge stakes. It's fun to see everybody freak out how OP Maple gets, and it's like a joke now with Maple. They're like, oh man, new patch coming out. How's Maple going to break the game this time? And I think that's pretty funny. Mao, Volume 4 by Rumiko Takahashi. Mao has been okay lately, in my opinion. This mystery with this cat demon here, it's like, I know Mao is the cat demon, okay, but also I think the cat demon's good, and also I think that I don't understand why everybody thinks the cat demon's bad. They think that the cat demon burned the place down, but it was probably not the cat demon. It was probably something else. The cat demon seems like a good guy because it's warning. Nanao, I think that's her name, Nanoka, sorry. That she's gonna kill herself if she ends up feeding her blood to Mao, and Byoki would want Mao to kill himself because then Byoki can take over his body. So if he's saying that, then why would it be bad? And also we get to see more of the apprentices, which is pretty cool. We also see that Mao's dead wife is actually still alive somehow, but it's not really Mao's ex-wife somehow. I don't know, but seeing more apprentices show up and them not all be on his side is pretty interesting, because obviously it was going that way where all the apprentices were on his side, which was kind of boring. You get to see a lot more fighting between the Ominaji, I don't know how to say that word, but you get to see more fighting between them, which is very interesting since they're the only mages casting actual spells in this one so far. And it's been a blast to see that. So the action started to pick up pretty much in this stack. I would say volume 5 and 6 is where it really started getting good, but Mao has been pretty slow up until this point. So if you had dropped Mao, I could understand why, but Rumiko Takahashi, you got to stick around for a little bit, I guess. Anyways, Chromatic High School, Volume 4. I haven't read this in a hot minute, huh? So the masked Takanouchi meets the real Takanouchi. Freddie Mercury has a horse on a train, a bullet train, that they need to calm down. We also missed our stop on the bullet train to get to the school field trip, so then we just go home and act like we went there. This is some great stuff that happens in this volume. So, we also have this character. He's like wearing a headpiece the whole time. That was freaking great too. But yeah, I really have enjoyed Chromatic. It takes a while to read it. I don't know if you noticed, but every page really is full of text. Like, it's not really too much visual gags. There are definitely a few of them, but it's mostly just word jokes, which is funny, but like it takes forever to read. But I like it a lot. It's fun. Haiku 26 and 27. So Haiku continues on. We're going into the last tournament ever known to man. There will never be another one. And we have to do our first match of the prelims. But first we have to play against Date Tech in a practice match to see how good we are. We also figure out what the manager, her past life was. Her past life was she was a runner. And she was in track and field. And she got all scarred legs. And that's why she wears tights all the time now. I mean, I guess that makes sense, but at the same time, I don't think she should have gave up doing track and field. But that's just her. We also, like I was saying, start this first match here against our prelim opponents. I think it's just prelims, right? National Spring Tournament Round 1. No, I guess it's not prelim. I guess it's the real tournament. Anyways, that starts happening, and that's pretty cool because obviously we win. They're going against a bunch of joke teams, or the first team's like kind of a huge joke. Maybe not a whole bunch of joke teams because there's only one team so far that they fight. Date Tech is definitely no joke. And so Karasuno kind of smokes them, but they make it seem like these guys are, also deserving to be in here, but at the same time not, because they show them kind of always messing around and not taking things super seriously and things like that, lacking good foundation and leadership. So that is cool, I guess, but I really have to wonder how they even got here. Like, I can't imagine that the other prefectures or whatever, the other parts of Japan that are coming here are so sloppy that they would not be able to do that. I also have some bleed pretty bad over here. Look at that white line, and then it's over here instead. Whatever. Whatever. No one's gonna know but me probably on the show. And so that is what I read this week. I would have to say Alice in Borderland is probably my number 1. Number 2 is Orient. Haiku, number 3. Chromatic, Mao, and then Beaufry last. And like, it's a tough one for the last 3. The bottom 3 could almost go in any order. Mao is starting to heat up, but it just really isn't my favorite right now. Maybe I would like it more if I listened to it with the Inuyasha soundtrack. I'd be like, oh, this is Inuyasha. But at the same time, then might as well just be reading Inuyasha, right? Or Yashihime even. But yeah, that's what I read this week. Please let me know what you read down below. If you had anything cool or interesting that I should check out, or maybe I did check it out and you want to hear my thoughts, let me down. Just let me down. No, let me know down below, and I will be happy to talk about it. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.